Hey everybody, it's Tony and Corey, and we wanted to just kind of check in after our time at Leeds in San Francisco because we've had tons of people praying for us and thinking of us, and thank you for your patience as well. Not only was this a lot of news to deliver to my family, but we also are dealing with the loss of my father right now as well. So thank you for being so patient. Thank you to everybody over at Leeds. It was an amazing experience. Corey's going to give you kind of the details of what happened, but I will tell you that working with Dr. Rabinovich and his entire team over at Leeds has just been amazing. They treated us really well, and we're very appreciative not only to them, but to the Alzheimer's Association, and of course to Dr. Maria Carrillo. So I'll throw it to Corey, and she can tell you a little bit about what's going on up here.
Hi, everybody. As Tony said, we're experiencing the loss that everybody dreads, right? And so Tony's dad has been in hospice for 3 weeks. And anyhow, we are still managing that, and it's delayed us being able to tell everybody kind of everything that's going on. But I just want to pre-say that what I'm condensing was a 2-hour long meeting going over all of his most of his tests. The genetic test hasn't come back yet. That takes a little bit more time, but basically this is the information. I'm going to try and do a Cliff Notes version. That we went over the PET scan, the amyloid PET scan, the tau PET scan, the MRI, which was very interesting MRI, one that I was not familiar with. It goes from the bottom, the base of the skull, all the way to the top, and it goes basically a centimeter at a time. It took Tony an hour and a half to be inside the MRI machine for them to be able to do all of those different images. From a scientific point of view, it's very interesting to see. So this is basically what we found out from those pieces. That from the MRI, they found on the right side of his brain, right in the back area, right where the memory center is, there was some hardening and abnormalities. And in the amyloid PET scan, they found some additional amyloid that is, I'll say, more extensive than somebody that is typical of a normal brain. They found a little bit more amyloid. However, what they found was that he does not have young or onset Alzheimer's. Through those images, they do believe, and then we have to go back for more testing in November, they do believe he either has Lewy body disease or frontal temporal, based on the information that we have found and based on the interview and based on a lot of things. It's leaning more towards Lewy body dementia disease. And we will post information from the Alzheimer's Association that gives you a little bit more information of what that is. But just to give you a little bit of information, Robin Williams actually had Lewy body disease, and at the time of his death, he didn't know that he had that. He had actually been misdiagnosed with Parkinson's disease because of some of the rigidness that he had found in his muscles. Tony also has some issues with his muscular system, mostly in his legs, and he has some shaking that is pretty consistent with Lewy body. And we are doing our very best to just have a hopeful outlook. If it is Lewy body, it does allow him more time. Currently, there is no cure. It is a terminal illness as well, but it is also the most misdiagnosed and confused for Alzheimer's. So that is why he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's before. So we're doing our very best to just put our faith in the science. And there are lots of trials going on right now, and once we have a confirmed diagnosis, then there is a potential for him to get on some experimental medication, but it's too early to say what that might be. So it's kind of not good news or bad news. It's just kind of more information for us to be able to figure out what is going on.
I think the best news is that the doctors really feel that the lifestyle that Corey and I have built for myself, eating healthy, exercising, socializing correctly, communicating as a team, and getting a support network together like our family has. All of that has helped not only make me stronger, but it's also helped me survive, and I'm very grateful for that. So we continue to live for each day. They told us a little bit about the executive function, and maybe you can speak on that, because I think it answered some people's questions.
So one of the things that in talking to family members and some very close family that we are friends that we consider family, was that I don't quite understand so why his progression is the way that it is. So Tony, actually, when he was doing a lot of the testing, he has a lot of reserve cognitive function. And I don't know if you know this, but Robin Williams was actually considered a genius. And that is why he was able to still continue to work. That's why, although he had coworkers who saw that there was some issues, he was still able to walk, talk, and continue on with his life, because he had more reserved cognitive function.
We found out things even about the painting that I've been doing, and how that part of my brain is the part that's actually flourishing and helping the part that is decaying survive. It's amazing how the brain works, amazing how our body helps us survive. We just have to add in a little bit of spirit and support, and we do the rest. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit. Like Corey said, we'll attach and give some information over this. The great news is, most people said, well, what's that mean for the Alzheimer's Association? And the great news is, we do that too. That's right, we cover all the dementias.
It's in the motto, it is Alzheimer's and all other dementias. So we just want to say that it doesn't change our support of the Alzheimer's Association. Tony we're actually missing the last board meeting due to his dad's health. But he rolls off officially today.
We're so grateful for the scientists. We're so grateful for the staff and the members of the association that have done so much so far. And there's so much more to go. Our journey goes on. But we always say, we wish you good brain health and to live for today. That's it. Yeah, Mrs. G?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. God bless.